Hey, what's up, guys? How we doing? So, today we're talking about being afraid of failure because it's something I see a lot, especially with younger kids. But it goes all the way up, no matter what age you are. You can be 70 or you can be 10 and still be afraid of failure. And in my mind, being afraid of failure is what really keeps people from doing all types of things, not just baseball things, but anything in life. They don't want to see themselves fail. They don't want to be made fun of. They don't want to stand out. And they'd rather do nothing at all than fail at trying something or trying to be great at something. And the fear of failure is what really prevents most of us or a lot of us from succeeding. The problem is when you worry about failing instead of the task at hand, you end up failing more. You get nervous, you get tight, you aren't focused on the right things. What you need to start doing if you're someone that looks at failure all the time and is really afraid to fail and it keeps you from being very good is you need to look at failure as an opportunity to learn because we all fail at one point or another in our life. Michael Jordan, I actually was watching TV a few days ago and a commercial came on, and that's where I kind of got the idea of making this post. Is one of Michael Jordan's quotes on there was, he said, "I failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed." So, how do you think Michael Jordan got so good? Do you think he was always one of the best basketball players of all time? Well, if you go back and look, he wasn't. He actually got cut from his high school team, and he was really devastated by it. So he wasn't always the greatest player of all time. But how did he get really, really good? Well, if you look at his quote, what he did was over his lifetime, he took thousands and thousands and thousands of shots. And when he first started, do you think most of his shots went in? Well, no, they probably didn't. He got cut from his high school team at one point. But after he missed and he missed and he missed when he first started, he slowly started to make more, and then he made more, and then he made more and more. So you can't look at failure or you can't fear failure or you'll never succeed. Sometimes you have to take a chance and you just have to put yourself out there, and who cares if you fail? That's how you're going to get better. You have to take that chance. You have to put yourself out there and see what happens. You can't steal second base standing on first. You have to go. You have to just steal. And if you fail, well then you learn from it and you make the adjustments and then you try again. And if you fail again, well then you just go through the same exact process until you start being successful. But if you steal the first time and then you get thrown out and you give up and you say, well, I'm not a base stealer, I'm never going to steal again, well, then you're never going to be good at being a base stealer. Or you'll never be good at being a hitter if you do it, with respect to hitting or pitching or anything in life if you just give up the first time you fail. So you have to start viewing failure as a teaching tool and instead of an indicator of how good you are. I got thrown out once, I'm done. I missed one ground ball, I'm an outfielder. Whatever it is, because a lot of people do that because they don't like to stand out, they don't like to fail, they don't like people looking at them not doing well. And we're all going to not do well at one point or not another in our life. And for a lot of us, you're not going to do well for a long time until finally something clicks. So start viewing it as a teaching tool. And if you do, you'll be a much, much better player in the long run. And those are the players that really last and they really make it, because we're all going to fail at one point or another. And if you give up, well, then you'll never get very far in anything you do. So that's my point for today. Hopefully you guys got something out of it. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the section below. Don't forget to like the video and all that good stuff. And we'll talk to you later.